Another example.
So we're just going to open VMware. Kali, Kali. Nah, I never bothered changing. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. um, boom, boom. Yeah, but what worries me is that, like, really, you know, why give away the San Francisco dream? Like, you're in San Francisco. So Python 3 first API. There is actually Joplin. So mousepad first API. Yes. Don't save. All right. So what is going on here? Let me just go back again. Today weather is really good. It is 9 degrees today. But it's windy too. Image modification. What the fuck is image? I'm not sure about that. Let's go back. All right. Can we go back to like explain? Can you explain the ports again? Can you explain the ports again? Like it's the next day actually. Next day actually. So maybe let's go back to understanding the ports. So what is a port? A port is a numbered entry. So IP address, the building port is the door number. So building is like IP address, door is the port number. Now let us can you know let's just go back to this here and let's just do all those. You see the building shoe budget whatever and then passive recon overview. Let's do all those. Actually, wait, I have to go full screen for this. Let's go full screen for this. You see all those. Um, you see the one that says a building, a port scanner, user input, reading, writing files, classes and objects. After importing models, after importing models section, can we do all the Python programs, teaching and learning, teaching and learning based on in like what a pen testing engineer would do in real life. Like slowly, like go slowly. Like I'm a beginner, so maybe calm down. No, no, no. Oh, he's okay. He's going to go all. Okay, I think what you will do is go everything at once. Um, take your time. Take your time. Maybe calm down. Calm down. Again, I am a beginner, not at Python, but at pen testing engineer. All right, so import socket. So when you import socket, you know what? Let's just go down. No, I'm going to change. I'm going to keep those, but I'm going to change all those. Boom. Core ports are important. Uh, Python full program real pen testing engineer. So what they will do is import socket. Let's also remove all those. Right, print bracket, copy that again, and print core program for pen testing engineer full form. I'm gonna save this, save this. Uh, Python, Python 3 first.py. Oh wait, I think what I have to do is actually close this. Okay, first.py. Okay, Python 3 first.py. Okay, how to open an existing file? In how to open an existing Python file through Kali Linux. So I have the codes and whatever. So, like you're giving me options. Like how, like simple, how to code. Like I have codes and whatever, right? Oh, and he's gonna like how to code in There you go. So CD desktop, CD desktop. There is no file or directory, which means alas grok. So nano first.py. Yeah, alas grok. Yeah, alas grok. Uh, no, I lost it then. I lost it. Cause he said nano uh first.py and it doesn't open. It opens something else. Yeah, but I I wrote CD desktop. I wrote CD desktop. I wrote CD desktop. It didn't show anything. It says no file exists in desktop, though the file exists. No, you made it worse. Stop. Stop altogether. You made it worse. You made it worse. I got this. You made it very bad. You made it worse. I got this. Let's see. CD. Well, let's just go back. CD ls um CD desktop. No such file or directory desktop. What he's presuming is that, assuming it is successful, but he doesn't understand that it cannot be successful. This is the problem with using AI, right? So CD says it does not exist. Yeah, anyways, I lost it. Mousepad first.py. So I lost everything. All right. So I lost all codes. I mean, it was Python 3. So okay. Anyways, I lost all codes. So everything is gone. Everything is gone. The file doesn't exist anymore. File does not exist anymore because when you said uh, nano scanner, nano first.py, what happened was it removed the current file and made it empty. So yeah, no, it's fine. It did. Anyways, it's just all right, all right, dude, shut up. Okay, now let's get back. Let's get back. I lost. Cool. Teach me all the sections I copied in correlation to what a real pen testing engineer would do. I lost all of it. See, now he's going to. Ugh. What? Okay. Um. Also, there are port numbers. So each of the port numbers is important. So he will not explain. So I will before I need to stop you. Um, those are not random numbers, correct? Because I have to give a warning, right? Give a warning because I'm going against you. So going against you. So not only I am using ChatGPT, but I'm also using Google and Grok to 100% configure what you say because you won't explain everything. I am not Jewish, so there you go. So give me, give like write just one whole code, write one whole code on what a pen testing engineer would do. One whole code and break them into sections. Don't explain yet. Write write the code, like how you write, print, and then port number, whatever, like that. So he will not do it, obviously. Okay, so this is the entire code. So now I need to configure one thing with you. I need to configure one thing with you. This is not what a pen testing engineer does, correct? No, they don't do that. So we are not there yet. Okay, so we are not there yet. Makes sense. Finally, he explains something. Okay, why is that in bold? Okay, so import sys, socket, sys, and datetime. So what? Okay, let's go one section. Let's explain section one. Come on, explain section one. Like what's going on and stuff. Okay, so how long does it take? If you post one, just one reply, another 24 hours is added. All right. So socket gives you the program the ability to connect each to other machines over a network. So without this, your code cannot touch another computer. With this, you can try connecting to ports. So socket, what socket does is it connects ports to ports. So it connects ports to ports. More of like, you know, having access, having access to another port slash machine. Uh, what is, I mean, I know what date time is, obviously. So this lets the program read the input from the terminal. Okay, so okay, makes sense. Makes sense. So socket is like connecting machine to machine. This input system is like reading out the IP address of the machine you touched. And obviously we know date time. Get the date and time. Yeah, let's move to section 2 now. Yes. We removed the core part of getting access to the other port. So you remove input socket, this line will fail. So sock is equal to socket dot socket. Anyways, let's move to section 2 explanation now. Yeah, I'm not using. So actually, what I have to do is put up like a um, round noise.
I tried everything coffee, Pomodoro, and binaural beats, but nothing stuck until.
So they said that target is sys dot. What does that mean? Take the IP address of the terminal. Okay. All right. Makes sense. Makes sense. So this means, meaning take the IP address of the terminal. So I'm just going to put a little line here. So for example, if I have Python 3 first.py 192 not 192 201 403 7784, and so then I'm going to have the file name would be this.argument v argv of 0, and IP address would be this.argv of 1. And then start port is 20, end port is 25. So these are not random values. So 20, 25, these are not random values, right? I do have the numbers for them. You don't have to remember. I have noted them down. 20 is actually, you know what? I'm going to copy the core ports on a new file. So I'm just going to write core ports for understanding. So 20 is the FTP data, like the actual transfer of data, and 25 is sending the mail. So which means that line 2 and line 3, we're going from 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So what this means is that we'll transfer the data, and then before transferring the data, we're going to get the configuration like login details. We're going to encounter the login details. We're going to encounter Face ID. We're going to encounter password. And then 22 is that login. Once you get the login, you're actually going to go through Linux. You're not going to go through Windows. You're actually going to go through Linux. And 23 is, what's 23 though? What's 23 and what's 24 that leads to 25? So what I do know is that, I'm just going to change this window capture to Kali Linux. So what I do know is that so based on line 2 and line 3, file transfer begins. So file transfer begins, then you encounter login details, credentials and stuff. So encounter login details, the credentials and stuff, followed by entering into the Linux module, like the Linux OSP. But what is 23? What is 23 and 24 that leads to 25, which is sending the email? So like, okay, when I have start port as 20 and end port as 25, what happens then? Oh, by itself nothing happens. Okay, you need to put the code. All right, then let's stick with section 2 then. Let's stick with section 2 then, if nothing happens. So we got the start port, we got the end port. Is that correct? So we have the start port, we have the end port. So we have the start port, we have the end port, we have the timeout. That is cool. We have our starting port, we have our ending port. And we just randomly set a value. Oh, section 3. Section 3. Explain section 3. So this recording is in Kali Linux. So the recording that I'm doing is in Kali Linux, not Windows. So this is entirely through Kali Linux. So define scan port, IPN ports. Obviously, you're going to get the IP address and you're going to get the port because the input consists of IP address and port. What is AFINet and what is SOC stream? So define scan port, IPN port. SOC will be socket.socket. What's AF underscore inet and socket.sock stream? Sock.set timeout. Result will be sock.connect underscore x IP and port. If result is 0, return true. I kind of understand what's going on, but at the same time, what I don't understand is the second line there. Second line and the fourth line. Oh, he's explaining. Okay. So define the scan and ports, IP and port. Actually, am I not writing the program? But wait, where's my terminal? So oh shit. Import this, import, not actually import sys, import socket, import sys, import datetime. Then we're gonna write target is equal to sys dot argv of 0, not 0, 1. There you go. Boom. Yes, I know I'm changing that. define scan port IP and port. Socket will be socket dot. Okay, so we need to scan the ports. You're creating a reusable tool where input would be IP plus port and output would, so the input would have the IP and port number and your output would be whether it's true or false. We'll have there. So define scan port IP and port. And create a network connection object. So AFINet is IPv4 and SOC stream is a TCP, so it's a reliable connection. This is the thing that we try to connect. That's so cool. SOC will be socket.socket. Socket.afinet and socket.socstream. So what this will do is socket.afinet. So this indicates that the socket is an IPv4. This indicates that the socket is an IPv4. And SOCstream is a TCP connection. Socket.SOCstream indicate a TCP connection. So we created, so here what we did was, I'm just going to write, create a network object with an IPv4 protocol and TCP connection. So what happens is create a network connection object. If INET is IPv4 for sock stream to be TCP, it's a reliable connection. So this is the thing that will try to connect. And the timeout is 1 second. So if it doesn't respond within 1 second, then it's going to move on. Right? Sock.set timeout. Oh, sorry. So, oh crap. And then sock dot the timeout. So our timeout value was 1 second. If it doesn't do anything within 1 second, we move on. The result will be sock.connect. So can I connect to this IB on this port? So now we're going to make sure result will be sock.connect x IB and port. So this will make sure this is the real actual testing. Can I connect this IB into this port? Is 5 to 9. If result is 0, then return true. So if result is 0, return true, else return false. So actually, wait. So this exact program, obviously, not the big step, but just this Python program is the foundation of breaching credentials. Okay, so which doors are open? So what's the core of this program? What is the core of this program then? Actually, no. You know what? Why would a pen testing engineer use Python, and what role does this program play? What role does this program play in correlation to pen testing engineers using Python? Okay, we didn't go there yet. This is just the foundation. So this program is the nucleus. Is a nucleus. So if you were to explain this program in correlation to a human body, like as in what is first manufactured, which one would it be? Okay, but this program alone is useless. Is useless. Like without the nmap and stuff. Makes sense. Makes sense. I mean, this is just beginner, so I don't want to jump. I want to, go slow. Let me understand. I mean, this is just beginner. Like, I don't want to jump. Like, I want to go slow. Let me understand. So far, we still have a lot of program to do. That's not enough. And we have section 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's do section 4. Let's do section 4, 5. I'm pretty sure like what section 4 would be. So daytime to daytime now. You have starting scan, target, time. So print, starting scan. Wait, what? Starting scan, target is okay. Starting scan, print, target. We're gonna do an F string here. Target, target. And print daytime now, and then print 40. So what happens here? So we start the scan, start the timer, and whatever, right? And then let's do section 4 and 5. Let's do section 5, 6, 7 now. So open ports, obviously the lists are empty. So store all the ports that are open. So you'll have 20 and 25. So now we're going to create list. So now we're going, okay, shoot. So now, so this is the function. So these are the modules that we imported. So modules that are imported for, we call it breaching, ethical breaching. Setting up variables and values for our functions, getting the function, trying to execute the file, now we need lists. So meaning we want, so lists to ensure we store what ports are open. So ports, and for port in range, start port and end port. So you don't want the for port in range, start port, end port +1, because this ends up if you have only end port, so it ends up when you have end port instead of end port +1, the end port becomes exempted. So check every port one by one, and yeah, obviously it should. Then if scan port is the target and port, so okay. So what scan port? Oh, okay. You're going through the makes sense. You're going through the list. Obviously, you're going through the list. So if is it scan port? So if scan port target and port and open ports dot append port. So now, meaning if this if statement shows that if there's a port that is open, right, then you're going to make sure you're going to store that open port inside your open list port, whatever, right? If this port, if this selected, because they're going to go through because of for loop, meaning it will go through every single What happens if it's else though? What happens if it's else? That I know. What happens if no, but what would, okay, actually I have it. I have it. Oh, they don't focus in it. Okay. They don't focus on the else because it doesn't matter. Yeah, the rest I understood. So what this will do, oh shoot, my bad. So what this will do is now in your results, you're not only going to have, so initially, if you look at your result, you have the SOC connect, you get the IP and port. The final result will have your target, and that will be your target, the IP address, and the open ports will show your open ports. So this technically means, this technically is a dictionary which explains, quote unquote, which ports are open specifically from this target. Yeah, I mean, I can copy the rest of those. And then, final printing and stuff like that, right? Final output and printing. And these are tuples, these are just summary, like what you have seen so far. And we're just going to go here to Joplin. I'm going to keep this actually. Now, how do I save this first.py file? Okay, now how do I save this first.py file inside the desktop in Linux? control. Oh no, I'm not inside nano. What? Am I inside nano? I don't think I'm inside nano. I highly doubt I'm inside nano. Okay, control O. Oh, there, desktop. Control S. Wait, then what do you, wait. Control O, control X. Control X. Alright, save it here. Okay, wait, I can't, okay, it says open file. I'm not trying to open file, I'm trying to save file. Oh, this guy presumed. No. Control O, enter. Now, it's not inside desktop, so control O, enter, control X. Problem is, it is not inside desktop, it's inside Kali. So it is not inside desktop, so it is not inside desktop, it is inside Kali. Like the Kali, you know, the so let's just go to the root terminal. Alright, let's just close that and let's open terminal again. ls cd first.py. Oh, you have to, how do you open a file? Yeah, cd first.py. No, I don't want to do that. How do I don't want to do that. Actually, do I have to do that? Oh yeah, I have to do that. Hey, let me minimize it. But just wait. Oh, come on. Close this. Go home. There you go. First.py. Well, I mean, I didn't have to. Wait, I didn't have to. I didn't have to use bash, right? Did I? Wait, if bash is not... I didn't have to use bash, but I still want to use bash since bash is important. I mean, I didn't have to use bash to open the Python file. Open the Python file. Can you become a pen testing engineer / ethical hacker without bash? Actually, you do need bash. No, you can't. You do need bash. Okay, okay, I have to move the file then. God fucking damn it. God fucking damn it. Man. Alright, I have to move the file. Okay, how do I move the file? The move. Okay, how do I move the file then? So it is currently in Kali homepage. Click Kali home. Can I leave it there, or do I have to move it to desktop? So let's see mkit python 3 first.py. No, I want to open the file. How do I open the file? You know what? For now, I'm not going to focus on errors because focusing on errors right now will be kind of a waste of time. Because I'm not here to focus on errors. I'm here to focus on learning and understanding what's going on. And I know they showed on the sections there. Okay. So if I go back, let me just go to YouTube. Oh, I'm using Linux. Don't worry. I mean, you can see it, right? Hey, can you guys see? Yeah, you guys can, of course. The cyber mentor, ethical hacking. What do you call for someone who engineering on? Okay. My bad.
If you don't believe me, try putting up an SSH server or
Now they have an example. 5 stages of ethical hacking. All those.
Cyber attacks are relentless. Do you know how to truly protect your network? Red
Yes, I
Education
do.
presents a free
up an SSH.
Yes, I do. All those. Come on, come on. All those. Can you explain what's going on? Come on. Explain what's going on and write what's going on by writing a program correlating to the last 3. Please. This guy will be like, no, I cannot do this. Even the Cybermentor, if he says I cannot do this, then I'm just going to go directly to Cybermentor. Oh, come on. Did it exceed? Nah. I think it exceeded. Come on. I think it exceeded. I think it exceeded. Oh, shit. Really? I don't think I had issues with. I have like a lot of storage. Yeah. Why would I have? Yeah, that's pretty weird. Because I have like 4 gigabytes free. No, I mean, come on, obviously, like this VMware is like the VMware, the storage for it is like extremely high. It's like 5 or 6 gigabytes alone. And I can already see that it's getting slower. I think I'll just stop for some time, because, yeah, I'll just stop for some time.